Okay, good morning. It's a cold one. We're back in the garage, going to do some improvements. And I noticed that they already ran on this first rafter. They ran stringers up and made the modified fake truss. They also sistered, but they sistered at a 90, a 2x4 this way. And the reason you're not going to be impressed is, okay, let's see if we can. So in order to get a garage door opener in here, they had to notch the rafter, and that caused it, let's see if we can do this, to crack. So the fix was sister on the 2x4 all the way across. I'm not faulting them because I don't know when this garage door was put in, but it's held. And having the two pieces going up, which is what I want to do to the other two rafters. But before I do that, for some reason this notch they cut is pretty wide. So I'm going to sister to the back side of the 2x6 a piece of plywood with a smaller notch for the operator, just to give it a little more, not so much, I mean, structurally it is what it is, but I think it'll give it a little more rigidity. So I'm going to do that and then see what I have for stock to make the runners for the rest of it. We'll call them fake trusses for the rest of the, so I need 4. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. So I thought it'd be slick and use these big old sinkers, galvanized sinkers, because it'll be less likely to shear than my cheap drywall screws I use for most things. But man, this old fur, getting a nail into it, I thought I'd give you a good laugh. I had a neighbor when I was a young man, I owned my first house. He was old. He was probably 45. I was 25. And boy, he put a sinker in like that. And I pre-drilled the ply. And he would hit it 2 hits at most. I used to practice and try to do that. No, but it's in. And the 2 that went through the 2x6, I'm gonna hammer over, because at some point I'll do something to poke myself. But that's gonna give it a little more rigidity, and in front of a live audience. Oh. Okay. I inadvertently, when I was hammering, I have a pin lock, spring-loaded lock that I can lock the garage with. I tripped it and locked it, so when I went to bring the door up, it hit the lock. I was like, what did I do? What did I break? It was nothing. So I reset that, now let's test it. I got the heater on behind us, so I might have to go get a different microphone. Let's see how this works. Look at that. There she goes. Huh. Like it's meant to be. Alright, let's put it down. Yeah, I don't know, you can't probably tell, but indeed this is not wobbling as much. I'm going to take that as a win. Let's see what else we can do. Okay, the only wood that I have long enough to do what I want to do and make my fake trusses is some plywood. I got a 34-inch piece. So I'm going to set up the table saw, rip down some 2-3-inch strips maybe, mount them up in there, and that will give us support from things sagging. Also, I took down all the, I'm getting good at doing this, all this little scrap that I've had up there, precariously balanced. So I think we're going to make some kind of shelf along this wall so I can keep those little pieces, but 1, they're not going to fall on my head, and 2, too, that I can see them, identify what I have at any given time and grab it. I think that's a good idea, don't you? Yeah. So let me get set up and we'll get it ready. Okay, so I got the supports up. It was so dark in here and up above, I noticed they already had one on this side. For some reason, they never put one on this side, so consequently, you can see that there was some cracking going on. It's mostly right here just in the knot, so I'm not going to worry about it yet. So now up there I have an old Easy Up, some plastic film, and some roll of thermal insulation, Thinsulate. So I think we're gonna just blow that all down now and get some shelves up over there, or a shelf. I really want to limit my amount, so let's do that. All right. Already, I know that's not going to be a permanent solution. It's too high, too hard to see. When I have stuff in the rafters, I can see it. But at least in short pieces, won't fall on my head. So I'm gonna load it up and get everything off of there, on there, and we'll reevaluate it. Again, and I put it up high because this is where we get out of the car when we come in. So I don't know if it's going to work or not, but you know, if you don't try it, you'll never know. So there's some wisdom in there. Well, not wise enough to keep my glasses clean, but there's wisdom. Right back. Okay, still up in the rafters is long pieces of different molding that I feel I need to keep. I put the pieces up here, but I left the ends right here, so at a glance at least I can see what I have. So maybe it'll work for a while. The shelf is just sitting up there because I have commitment issues. In other words, I should be committed. So we're going to clean up, and now I want to find a spot for the good wood. That'll be the next phase of this. Right now, I don't know. While we were here today, and I was looking for nails, I found some here, some there. I got these on sale a while back. I want you to look at that. Yeah. Galvies, some sinkers, all nice and sorted. It's a slow process. But the nice thing I like about it is, again, if I find out quicker that I don't have the nail I need because they're going to go in one place. So the things I'm doing while I'm doing the projects are also moving me forward, and they can do the same for you. Wisdom. This is where the sawhorses used to live, and now it's my hardwood collection. There's some mahogany, oak, black walnut, maple, purple heart, ash. Not a ton, obviously, but it was always down low on the ground, and not a good place for it. And this way I can see it and grab it when I catch up on that. When I catch up on this corner, maybe I'll change things up a little. Right now I have way too many project tools over there. So we got some nails sorted today. We got some rigidity back in the rafters. I'm going to blow that down with the door open. I'm not going to make you watch that. Sorry. And little by little, you can take a small space like this one, or whatever you got, and by all means, there's a million really good channels with advice on it on the Yoo-hoo tube. Remember Yoo-hoo? But I didn't feel like working today. Now look at me. But I got out into the shop and I did a little bit. Like with the nails, when I go over and I have a bin of washers and pin nails and widgets and gadgets and gadgets, it can be overwhelming to work on. So today I just said, well, I have a bucket of nails, 4 or 5 buckets of different kind of nails. Some of them were intermixed. I'm using them anyway. Let me just sort those. If I overthink it, where are they going to wind up eventually? Are they all going to be in this box? Forget it. You'll never get anywhere. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you have a great week. I'm going to go clean this up. And because there is a home for everything now, it won't take very long. And I will see you again next week.